Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for November of 2024. We are going to jump right in here, Pisces. And sorry, wrong camera. You have this dog card. It says, be loyal to what you love. You also have this scarab beetle. It says, magic works through you. I'm pretty sure in your mid-monthly reading, I said something to you, Pisces, about like you really needing to believe in yourself, or believing that you can accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And so I do think that there's a little bit of a need for you to work on your beliefs this month, just in general. You do have the Magician, which is great because you have this card that says magic works through you. So, it could be a great time for manifesting or accomplishing things, through your skills. The Magician is magical, but he also has mastery over all the suits in the tarot, and he's pointing to the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups would represent a bunch of things that are really good for Pisces. And it's funny, you have this other card that says deeply rooted in love. And then we have the Magician pointing to the Ace of Cups, which is pretty crazy because, this would say that you need to do more of the things that you do love, or you need to follow your heart, or on top of that, you need to do things that create more flow in your life. The Ace of Cups is able to fill itself up very easily. It's able to reach down into the water below it and fill itself up. So whatever you are working on, as long as you are filling yourself up and with energy or good things, then I think things will go very well for you. And this looks pretty good to me, and I like it, Pisces. It's also interesting that you have the Ace of Cups to the Tower to the Six of Wands. This is kind of giving me the vibes of you being right about something. And so again, it kind of looks to me like some of you have dodged a bullet, basically, with the Tower to the Six of Wands. So if you recently made a change in your life, or if you recently left something behind, it kind of looks to me like that to me would say that you are coming out on top of a situation and you dodged a bullet. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. You have the Four of Swords, the Magician, and the Lovers. The Four of Swords, of course, is about resting, relaxing, recovering, and healing, and taking time to heal as well, which I think would also be great. The end of the year, we have a lot of retrograde, so it is a little bit more of a withdrawn end of the year where people could be a little bit more withdrawn. Just looking at this reading without even clarifying as well, I do feel like this is a good behind the scenes reading. So if you're working on projects or businesses or ideas or even your health or your personal life, and you're doing these things more kind of more on the DL, more behind the scenes, then I think that type of internal work, or it doesn't even have to be internal, whatever you're working on, would be really good for you at this time. And yeah, looks pretty good. You have the Magician. I mean, you can have whatever you want, Pisces, is what the Magician is saying to me in your reading. It's kind of like saying if you can set your mind to it, you can have it, you can achieve it. And so I feel this is all about you believing that you can manifest great things, or that you can use your skills. There is, I am getting more of a message about your skills. It's not really saying anything about manifestation to me. It's more saying that you have the tools necessary to be very successful, but you have to make sure that you're using your tools. So you have to make sure that you are kind of using the things that you've learned over the years, and you have to apply those things to whatever you're working on. You have the Lovers as well. There could be love coming in for you, and it could be a surprise. I mean, you have the Tower to the Page of Cups. And the Tower to the Page of Cups could be like a secret admirer, or, that you find out that someone is interested in you, and it could be surprising. And, the Page of Cups is coming up in the good stuff. So is the Knight of Swords. Normally, the Knight of Swords would be rushing energy, or it would say that you're moving too quickly. But in the good stuff, this could say that you're attracting like a person where it does move quickly, but it's positive. So, again, I don't see this as a bad thing. And you have really good love cards here. I mean, Ace of Cups, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Lovers, obviously, and you have be loyal to what you love, and you also have this deeply rooted in love card, and we'll see what else comes up. So, again, we're already starting off strong here. With the Four of Swords, what do you know? You have the Ace of Cups. I think when you do what you love, you will feel set free. Four of Swords, it's not really a card of being trapped, but with the Tower here to the Six of Wands, Tower to the Six of Wands is like getting out of something, or, escaping something where you felt trapped. And so, again, I just get the feeling with these cards that you have removed yourself from something you felt trapped in. But this could be more of like a subtle thing. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily, you know, again, I don't think tarot should be drama, drama, drama. You know, this could just be that maybe you've had a job for years. Maybe it's not like a bad job, but you're getting something else. And by getting something else, you feel more free. But again, it doesn't have to be this big, you know, dramatic thing. But I do feel that you are entering back into like a flow. With the Magician, you have the Nine of Wands. This is something you've been trying for a long time. I do feel like, basically Pluto and Capricorn has been maybe a little bit more challenging for Pisces as well. Even, you know, especially if you have a lot of Capricorn in your chart like I do. But even if you don't, I do feel that energy has been affecting Pisces. You know, a lot of kind of like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, you know, a lot of that type of energy. And that energy is moving on in November officially. So I feel for a lot of you, you could make a lot more progress on the things that you're working on. And it's probably not going to be so much of a struggle. And I feel the Nine of Wands is saying, you know, don't give up on your journey. You know, keep pushing forward, even if it hasn't been working for many years. I think you need to keep pushing and you'll be successful. With the Lovers, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. But really, this, you know, there's nothing that else that says that in this reading. Like if we had like the Devil, the Ten of Swords, then I would say, okay, you know, this is true. But, you know, since we don't, I would say that this is more about tactics. The Seven of Swords is about sneaking away. You know, he's normally sneaking away with the swords in the background of the card, or actually in the background, there's an army that he is stealing those swords from. So it's kind of like a card of tactics and being tactical. If you are starting like a new journey, or if you are, you know, picking a new path in life, going up to the Knight of Wands here, the Seven of Swords can just say, you know, do things in the best way possible. And the Seven of Swords is the most common card that comes up in like every single reading now. So we're clearly in a time of becoming tactical. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this overcoming challenges. It says a triumph will bring a great change. Let yourself be open to victory. There you go. You have this deeply rooted in love card. It says something is emerging from the depths of your most intimate desires. So a lot of you are getting more passionate about life, and I must have hit this. So let's fix that, Pisces. But, you know, I feel for a lot of you, we see a lot of passion. You have the Ace of Cups twice. You have you have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Six of Wands. You know, the Wands cards are all about kind of like working towards your passions. I feel like, again, the obstacle you're overcoming is the story that it's always, you know, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. And, you know, it's almost like you haven't been able to really kind of get ahead. It's like, I think there are moments where you get ahead. You know, I think there have been moments, especially since maybe like 2019, where there has been progress, but it's like, I think the traction has been missing. It's like the really locking something in, you know, especially like in love. It's like maybe you always get into relationships with people that you think are going to work, and then it just doesn't work. You know, it's like the locking in. Same thing with money as well. It's like maybe you do improve your finances, they kind of improve, but it like never really locks into a level. And that's really the energy I get here, is that you kind of do get ahead, but at the same time, it's not like stable or it's not secure. And I feel like that's what's changing with this energy, which is great. You have the Page of Wands, the Death card, and the Ace of Cups. The Page of Wands is about being enthusiastic. It's about moving towards enthusiasm, really. So I feel for a lot of you, if you are excited or enthusiastic about something, I feel that you need to get started on whatever that is, because it's clearly connected to your heart with the Ace of Cups twice, the the Queen of Cups as well. And, you know, that's the energy I would move towards. You have the Death card. You know, some of you could be attracting a Scorpio. You have the Death card, the Tower, and I actually read the Queen of Cups as Scorpio. I know everyone and their mother reads the Queen of Cups as Cancer, which I also do read it as Cancer, but to me, the Queen of Cups can also be Scorpio energy, so you could be attracting a Scorpio or a Cancer. Could be any sign as well, general reading, but, you know, again, I feel that you could be attracting new love. This could be a person. The Death card, I feel, is just talking about the change in your life. Again, I feel like you're starting to get traction, and that's probably why the Nine of Cups or Nine of Wands is coming up, saying do not give up on whatever it is that you've been working on. You know, keep pushing forward. You have the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, you know, being very happy. So there could be a lot of happiness coming in at this time. I also feel that this is what you should focus on, like I said, is situations that bring more flow into your life. If you get into those situations, things will improve, things will get better. So again, I would like enter into the flow with the Ace of Cups for sure. But let's see where this is going for you. With the Page of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, like leaving comfort zones, right? Four of Pentacles, holding on too tightly to the past. Page of Wands says you have to open up to a new journey that could potentially be different. Again, especially like if you've been hurt in love, you could be fearing that you're going to have a Tower moment with a new person, but the Four of Pentacles says you have to let go of the old story. Same thing if you're starting something new, like a new project or a new business. I feel like you have to let go of that old story that could be holding you back. With the Death card, you have the Three of Swords. Yeah, Three of Swords could be like a past heartbreak or past situation. The Death card would say you have to transform it. The thing about the Death card is that the king is dead on the Death Rider, underneath the Death Rider on the Death card, and the king being dead kind of represents the death of establishment. It says that even kings die. Even things that we think are going to last forever, they all undergo a transformation, and sometimes that transformation is the end. Sometimes it's not, though. Sometimes things just undergo a transformation. And so I think that what you have to release here with that Four of Pentacles is, sorry, that wasn't in reverse, but what you need to release is the sad story, right? That things never get ahead. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, kind of getting the energy moving in the right direction. Wheel of Fortune spins in any direction it wants, but we can control the wheel. And I feel this is about you, again, changing the story of anything that you start or enter into, and getting the energy spinning in the right direction, with forward momentum. And so this reading is really about kind of changing your story. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says, nothing is yet set in stone. You also have this card that says, the energy is gaining momentum. Exactly what I literally just said, momentum. So I feel that you need to get that, since nothing is set in stone, you have to get the energy moving in the right direction so that you can accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish here. And, momentum is a great is great at this time. I think we're in a time of momentum where if we're working on things, we really have to do things to keep that momentum going, and that will lead to the most success. You have the Knight of Wands, the Tower, and the Queen of Wands. The Knight of Wands can represent like spontaneous or quick energy. I feel like you are in a time where you are making spontaneous, quick changes. And again, the Tower, that Tower might not even be for you. It could be you are kind of creating Tower moments for other people because of the changes that you're making. But I always say that's on them. Like if you're making changes in your life and that other people don't agree with, it's not their life. And I feel that sometimes Pisces is a little bit of a people pleaser. And I think that sometimes Pisces, does things to try to please people. And, this is saying like you need to please yourself. And that's all you should focus on. You have the Tower. Again, I kind of feel like the Tower is not bad in this reading. We have the Page of Cups right next to it. It's like the Page of Cups is offering something to the Tower. So this could be, like I said, a surprise love offer, a surprise offer just in general for some of you. For others, I really, with that Six of Wands, I feel like you're right about something, or you are going to be proven right about something that you did. So, again, if you have caused a Tower moment, I think that you are going to be proven right that you made the right decision with the Tower. You have the Queen of Cups. Again, I do feel this could be a person. Gender doesn't matter in the readings. It could be any gender, but I do feel they are showing up as a Queen of Cups type person. They could be any sign. I feel like this is a very heart-based person, and, I feel like this will be a very passionate person as well. On top of that, the whole entire reading says you need to be loyal to what you love. And I would say that, doing things that you do love or doing things that make you feel the energy of love would be a great thing for you to focus on. And, they always say that love is like the best energy for manifestation. So there you go. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Chariot. The Chariot is about momentum and really going for something. The Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. So if you believe you can do something and you really make it happen, then you will make it happen and you will have a victory. So I think, and you have this card that said overcoming challenges. It says let yourself be open to victory. With the Chariot, we have to set ourselves apart. He's leaving the city behind him and he's who the hell knows where he's going? No one knows where he's going. He doesn't even know where he's going. The only thing that he knows is that he's in alignment with what he wants. Normally, the Chariot has kind of some stars in the canopy on the Chariot and has moons on his shoulders, and it just represents as above, so below. Like he is in perfect alignment with what he wants, and he doesn't really care how he gets there, whatever his goal is. And he's also willing to do things in a unique way. He's willing to do things in a different way than other people, and that's what makes him successful. With the Tower, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really going for what you want again. So I think this Wands energy is talking about following your passions and really making it happen is what I would say. So there you go. You could also be attracting someone like fire. This person clearly could have like Cancer or Scorpio in their chart as well, with the Chariot coming up and the Queen of Cups and the Tower and the Death card. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that the Six of Pentacles would be coming up in your reading for this month because it's all about planting seeds in a new direction. The whole entire reading is like saying you need to kind of like move towards your passions or your heart, and maybe you have to start small, and that's what I would encourage with this Six of Pentacles for sure. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Strength card and this Awaken card. You are awakening to your strength. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said something similar to this in some of your past readings. Like, I feel like Pisces over the next, like, 20 years is going to realize that they were right all along, and that could give you strength. I think the world is starting to realize that Pisces is right about the things that they do or say or talk about. So this should be giving you the confidence to stand out. We have the Six of Wands right here, and the Six of Wands, he is standing out. He is on his high horse. He is being celebrated by the people around him, and so I feel that you should have the confidence to stand out at this time, and like don't be afraid to shine your uniqueness out into the world. The Six of Wands, of course, is a victory, and we see a lot of victory energy in this reading. You have the Page of Cups. I do feel this is a love offer. I feel like some of you have an admirer, and this could be definitely a secret admirer. I say that because of the Tower, and I feel like this person is probably going to be very passionate about you with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a card of seduction, so this person could be trying to seduce you, or you have seduced this person, probably both. I think if you don't know who this person is yet, that you will probably, there will be mutual attraction. Let's put it that way with the Page of Cups, but I really I feel nothing else on this Page of Cups other than love. You have the Knight of Swords. Normally, I don't like the Knight of Swords because it's a card of rushing, but in the good stuff, it is a card of momentum, just in general. So we see a ton of momentum going here in this reading. The thing with momentum is that you can't stop. You can't be a lazy Pisces, and I'm not calling you out because, trust me, I am a very lazy Pisces for sure. But, what I would say is, like, when things are working, make sure that they continue to work, and you don't have to like knock yourself out with this type of energy. Just come up with a routine. Again, the thing that changed my life is coming up with a routine. I'm done with my readings most days by 9 o'clock, and usually by like 11 o'clock, I'm pretty much done for the day. I usually do work a lot longer than that, of course, but I could every single day pretty much stop working by 11 and I'm done. So, I think that, and really what helped me do this is having and sticking to a routine. And, I get a lot done in very little time. So I think that, this is saying like, make sure you implement some sort of routine to kind of stick to your plans. The Knight of Swords could also be a person rushing in. I do feel this will probably, whatever this is, if it's a person, will probably move quickly. With the Six of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. Didn't we say something about you getting unstuck here, or it's like you're setting yourself free in some way? I do feel pretty good about this. The Eight of Swords is normally a very stuck energy, but I kind of feel you're setting yourself free. With the Page of Cups, you have the Tower. Yes, like I said, this is a surprise, is what this is. I don't think the Tower is necessarily bad in your reading. I feel like this is more of a shock, a surprise. Like maybe you find out your best friend's been in love with you, or maybe you find out that like a person you never thought would be interested in you is interested in you. It's giving me more of that energy. It could also be a Scorpio, like I said. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this person has been moving slow. Maybe that's what's going on here, is that, the Knight of Pentacles is normally a very slow energy, but this could say that, this person is rushing in because, things have been moving slow, and, that's kind of what I get there. You have this Skull card. It says hidden secrets can harm you. I feel like this is more about speaking your mind is what the energy I'm getting off of this card. Like I feel like it's saying don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to speak your mind at this time because, I think you need to speak your mind. You have this Broken Wishbone. It says wish will not be granted. I feel like this is you kind of like healing with that Three of Swords in your reading, like healing all the story of things not working out for you. Like we said, it's like this reading is talking about traction, you know, is what I feel. It's almost like you're driving up a hill in the snow, and I feel like this reading is you know, putting chains on your tires. It's like you have finally learned, like, oh, I need to put chains on my tires so I can get up this hill in the snow. And, you know, I feel like you are gaining traction, but you have to change your story. You have this carriage. Like, so many of these cards are movement-based. Chariot, you have this carriage card, which is basically like a chariot. And so I feel you are kind of, again, gaining traction. And, you know, I feel that some of you could be moving as well. Chariot and Tower can represent a move. You have this Valley card. It says deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So I feel for a lot of you, remember we were talking about you developing your strength and becoming stronger, so obviously that's a good thing. You have this Moon card. It says changes in your life, and, you know, there are clearly a lot of changes. Death in the Tower would be a major change. So I feel a lot of you are making some big changes here, but, you know, really, I like this for you, Pisces. Even with the Tower twice, wouldn't even worry about it. I have a feeling probably it's going to be another month with a bunch of Tower moments. There are going to be a bunch of Tower moments between now and 2033. So, you know, buckle up. But other than that, looks good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.